Okay, so I just noticed the other videos I did, I forgot to turn on the microphone when I actually played them, so I'm just redoing this one. And how you can do what I did. There's a row 4 over here, secondary. What I did was show you, do this, the add section, bit of content, and then I did, yeah, this one with multiple. At least it gives you 4 blocks of real estate. And start editing. And basically, I just kind of deleted this stuff that was there. And then in this block, I put an image, and then the person's name, Helen Chigaro. Make that name bold. Enter. Then you can put some information here that you want to put. Let me remove the bold. Just highlight this, remove the bold. Yeah, I teach mathematics. And you can put whatever information you want to put here for each profile. Then at the bottom of the profile, added a button. Rather, it's a form. So each form is gonna have fields, probably the same fields. It's a bit tedious to do, but I guess it's the best way to get things going at the beginning. So this is the form, and you can put the name of the Helen Chigaro of the form. Then they'll basically fill in this form when they want to, I don't know, inquire or something like that. So on the form we've got, you can delete bunch of fields here. So you can email address, subject, message, I don't know. To add another form field, you can add a bit of text, and we can just say mobile number, etc, etc. And then this is important, you go to storage, and we need to collect the data somewhere. So if you have a Google Drive account, which you should probably have one with your Gmail, you just kind of click to connect, and it'll kind of get you to connect to a form where all the data is going to be like an Excel sheet. uh okay, I'll do that right now just so that you can see. So I'll just pick one of them. I'll allow it to take my information. Mind the noise in the background. Yeah. Tutor wami. So I'll say tutor wami, or actually just say Helen Chigaro, because this is her form. Then the last thing to do on doing this form is, after you link the drive, go to advanced. So we need it to be a button. So in lightbox mode, so it becomes a button, and you just write inquire, right, or interview rather, interview, and the form will pop up as a modal window, which is much easier to sort of understand for the user. Then apply. So it's saving, and you can create a bunch more. Same thing here. You can create another row of them. You got your image, same thing with the details, and whatever the case may be. Anyway, so I'm gonna save this and let us test out the form that we just made. Say interview, and say victory. g.com, whatever. I want you to teach my kids. Teach my kids. Mobile number 07. Then I'll submit the form. Bam. That's that. So now going to Google Drive. So this is my Google Drive, which I linked to the Squarespace, to that form. So it created. Let's see, it's loading. So yeah, this is the one we just made for Helen's form. So so submitted on that. This person, email address, I want to teach my kids, and the mobile number. And with that information, we can sort of, so this is Helen's form, and for everyone who inquires for Helen, we can easily tell who it is. And if it's another person, the same thing would happen here. Oh, it's another person. Let's say, okay. So let's say it's another person. Let's create a whole new person. This is another person. Mike. We just give him bold, like simple stuff, like not too complicated. Hello. Oh, I teach science. Let's give Mike a nice form, which will be the same form as. So there's the form. So we'll title it Mike, because that's him. Everything's fine. We just need to add the little place for the number. That's Mike's form. We go to storage. So same thing. We need to create something for Mike. So same process again, really. Yeah. Allow. So here we just create a one for Mike. No, I wasn't supposed to save. We forgot the last step where we actually make the form into a button. But anyway, this is what happens if you don't do the lightbox option. So what we're going to do now is we're going to actually go to advanced, and we're going to go enable lightbox mode. See, now it's a button, and we say interview. This is Mike's, and there could be a message after person submits. So thank you for inquiring about Mike. Eco Cash $1 to access his details. Okay, so that's a message that will come up. Okay, and post submit message. So I'm gonna save that, and what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go interview Mike. Yeah, great. Now it's not working. Let me refresh this. Okay. Where's Mike? Should be here. What? So this is Mike's form. Yeah. Blah blah blah. And I put my number and I submit. So it's now submitting. What? Enable submit form. That's weird. Let's try again. Some errors because I had some characters which I didn't like. Okay, so see, thank you for inquiring about Mike. You could cash $1 to whatever to access his details. So that's like the post submit message, which is quite helpful. So that's sort of adding a tutor. So if we want drop down, what we need to do is we need to go to pages, and we want a drop down for, you ask for drop down, I think for all subjects, right? So main navigation, you need to add a folder, and primary. So folder is different to an index, which is what we're using, because it'll make them into actual great. Okay, let's see what that looks like now. Where's what is primary? Should be two primaries here. Let's go. Just close that and let's refresh. Should be out. Should be two primaries at the top. Okay. Nice. See? So now it's the primary made, and it's got the courses, and I can click on mathematics and see only mathematics people, and we can go English, content, etc. And I've done this now live, so next time you log onto the website, you could probably see this. So let's do the last one, choose exams. Let's delete this one. So these are indexes, so it's like one page with like different layers of blocks on the same page. Then the folder makes it so that they're sort of independent of each other and they can drop down and stuff. So you go to main navigation and folder. Let's make a folder for secondary as well, and we can push secondary stuff in there. Oh, there's nothing, so I'll just do this. Okay, secondary, primary, secondary. We can put secondary here, and I'll just delete this one. So yeah, that's mostly it in terms of how to add sort of like a tutor, and not only a tutor but also crud, deleted. Oh man, I deleted Mike. Anyway, but yeah, that's, hope that made some sense.